Q&Q Pharmacy. Quality healthcare at affordable price.
மணக்க மணக்க மசாலா, மணக்காடு சிக்கன் மசாலா மற்றும் சில்லி சிக்கன் மசாலா.
மணக்காடு மசாலா. Taste daily. Taste the daily.
Kilos. The Mercedes AMG is the heaviest in the field. Got 95 litres of fuel to use, but at the fuel stop they get 90% fuel flow. And a yellow flag again now for the 901 Ajith Kumar racing machine, running 8th in class at the moment. Let's see which corner that was, but it's Ajith Kumar at the wheel right now. That looks like it's coming into Madarasi.
Yeah, turn 4. He had a rotation there before, but again, the good thing from his point of view, it loops around, facing the wrong way, went from the black stuff to the red, white and green painted curves, but did not go into the gravel on the other side of that. Briefly kissed the grass when the car rejoined, drove across the circuit to the far side, but gets going all over again. So the Indian actor will live to fight another day in this race, but all the time gaining experience.
And this, in terms of baptism of fire, this it really is. You know, a wet Mugello, track condition changing all the time, interruption of code 60s, everything being thrown at Ajith Kumar here, but he's taking it in his stride along with the Bazkutan team that run this car. Now I think we just had a quick change for second position. The Kessel Racing car making a move past Jörg Dreisau from the Proton Huber competition team. Marco Frezzo, who set some great times in qualifying yesterday in the dry, he's now moved up into second. So it's interesting, we saw Kessel Racing charge away with David Fiminelli on board early on. They've dropped back again and now they're fighting back to the front.
Yeah, and also bear in mind there was that battle for third place that briefly became for second place. The Scuderia Praha Ferrari and the chasing Lamborghini. That they both had driver changes and they've tumbled not out of the top 2 or 3. They've tumbled down to respectively 12th and 13th position. So it's Miroslav Vibo now.
How was that session out there for you?
The beginning was a little bit hard for me because I haven't been driven on a wet surface for quite some time. But then I got the grip and I was relatively fast, I would say.
Did that come to you quite quickly?
Oh, it took 5 to 7 laps probably, yeah.
And how challenging was it?
The conditions have been changing. So at the beginning it has been a little bit dry. Then it started to be wet again. Many code 60s, so the tires had been cold and warm. So it has been quite challenging, but I really enjoyed this stint.
It's quite a solid performance from the team. How important is it to have everyone in the team sort of working together with each other to help each other through races like this?
I mean, it's very important. I'm driving with my father, so it's technically a team of 3 together with our coach, and we are enjoying it as a family thing. So I really like it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think if you were asked to describe 24-hour series in one word, family would definitely be up there in the choices. So many teams running, whether it be father and sons, father and daughter, brothers, you name it. We have them all here in the 24-hour series. I love that about this series because I think it's the dream of any motor racing people who are fanatical about motor racing. I think that would be a dream for any family to go and drive. I'd love to go and do an endurance race with my mum, actually.
Yeah,
she's the speed freak in our family.
You said that she could easily be goaded to drive a little faster, so you try and wind her up in the car. Terrible child.
Guilty.
But what was she driving? Was it something that was quick in any hands or just quick in those?
She had a Subaru, she could pedal that, yeah. She had a Skoda Fabia VRS, one of the first ones. I think that was her favourite, actually. Yeah.
How much influence did you have in her choosing her car? Were you badgering and going, come on, get one of these?
Well, that's a more complex answer we don't have time for right now.
Okay, there we go.
Maybe over a beer tonight I'll explain that one.
See if we can schedule a beer. Right, almost blue sky in the distance, said the eternal optimist, because certainly it is much brighter than we thought. But when we arrived at the track this morning, there was a little bit of light drizzle, but it looks as though we might get away with almost sunshine towards the end of the race. Or broken cloud. We're getting there now, but bear in mind an hour into the race, or not even that, suddenly looked like it was going to be heavy rain throughout this opening 7 hours, the 12 hours of Mugello. It's looking rather better now. Windscreen wipers still on, particularly if you're chasing another car, but track conditions, you just want to have a constant run now. Whatever the conditions are, it still wouldn't be good enough for slicks. It's still wet weather. What's the fastest lap time we're getting at the moment? 2 minutes 13 from the race leader, almost 2 minutes 14.
Still
way off the pace.
Yeah, way off
the dry pace.
Well, we didn't really have a dry start to the race. Way off the dry pace for sure. I mean, the fastest lap of the race was set by David Fumanelli, 2:06.6. That is over 20 seconds off his qualifying time in the dry yesterday. But at the moment, we're nearly 30 seconds off the dry qualifying time. That is really a big gap. Really a big gap.
Really interesting. Looking at Ajith Kumar going around, the Indian actor or racer turned racer again. And well, again, the international spread of this. We've got IBC Tamil Sports covering this live from India. Isn't that really cool? The global spread of motor racing. And you saw it, the Dubai 24 Hours, where he brought his own, not a handful of fans, a legion of fans, and they stayed in the grandstands for hour upon hour, cheering his car every time it went past. You were talking about the sort of massive boost of the global audience. It was enormous, absolutely huge.
We've never seen attention like it, and we're so grateful to all the Indian fans watching, and I know they're all here to watch how Ajith is getting on, and the challenge that he's taking on is massive, you know, and he's taken it in his stride. And what's really struck me about him is when he's walking around the paddock, walking around the catering. Yes, he's a mega star, and yet he's so courteous and polite to everyone. He'll say good morning, good afternoon, how you doing, and smiles to everyone. A proper star in every way, cool. and we're delighted to have him here.
Yeah, cool, calm, collected, charming, but also for a lot of people who followed him simply because they know who he is, this season could be their first season of looking at these fabulous cars racing, multi-class racing, endurance racing, so much to learn. And here we are, deep into this race, and Ajith's in the middle of 3 cars, cornering 3 abreast, going round the final corner on a slippery track. So it's tense, it's exciting, beautifully captured by the cameras, and again, with every lap, gaining experience. And even if he came here on a completely dry or a completely wet track, it's the changing conditions that just forced you to keep on learning. So we hope you're enjoying it in the early evening, or actually probably quite late evening, over in India on Tamil TV. Good to have you.
And then stay with us for the whole season, because Ajith is on a European adventure all season, going to Spa, to Paul Ricard, Misano, Barcelona. He's going to be here enjoying it all year, and we're delighted to bring you the coverage on Tamil Sports. Just over 3 hours to go then until we take our intervention break, as it's called, and then we go back to racing for the final 5 hours tomorrow. And the idea is stay on the lead lap in your class, get to the end. The one thing to bear in mind though is that for the final 10 minutes the pits close, so you have to, if you want to top up before, you have to get it done before that 10 minutes.
Yeah, and don't come in with just 12 minutes to go, because that means there may be someone else at the pumps and you don't get your turn. Does that mean a little sound from the pits, perhaps? Is that you, Di? No, microphone check perhaps
No.
down there, or maybe the buffeting of the wind, because we did hear Di say the wind was picking up, and in some ways I think that's helped dry the circuits out a bit. Still waiting to see. Quite a few drivers are only just into their stint. We mentioned ARC Bratislava with their Lamborghini. They're only, under 10 minutes into their stint. Likewise, the Scuderia Praha Ferrari with Miroslav Vibo on board. But quite a few of the others at the front end of the field, the cars that could be setting quick lap times, are getting towards the end of their stint. They're getting towards the 1 hour mark. You can go a bit longer than that, but I expect the quick times to come when they get a fresh set of rubber in the next quarter of an hour or so and go back out onto the circuit. But right now, the best lap last time around, 2 minutes 12. Car in second place. It's Marco Frezza, the CCC Kessel Racing Ferrari, giving chase, but some distance down on the race-leading Manamari by Ebby Motors Porsche. That's leading the way.
Yeah, it's interesting now, the track seems to have hit a kind of plateau in terms of speed. You would expect it, given the rain's eased off, you would expect it to keep drying with the cars going round under green flag conditions, but hasn't quite done that so far. Well, as we reach the top of another racing hour, it's 3 hours to go here for this first portion of the Michelin 12 Hours of Mugello. Let's take a rundown of how our teams and drivers look.
Q&Q Pharmacy, quality healthcare at affordable price.
மணக்க மணக்க மசாலா, மணக்காடு சிக்கன் மசாலா மற்றும் சில்லி சிக்கன் மசாலா.
Manakadu Masala. Daily. Taste the Daily.